What's going on, how's it hanging? How's it happen? You guys know who this is. Kevin from the Chord Progression Podcast. Hey, everybody, it's Thursday. It is the 20th of October. And do you guys know something different if you're watching the video about, this podcast? You guys notice anything different? Take a look at the back. I got to call this out. Take a look at this thing. Big ol' Weekend is Romans banner. Well, wall flag, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what it is. Want to call it out because our dear friend, Mr. Julian Purnell, a.k.a. the Heavy Metal Joker, got that for us. So thank you, Julian. Wanted to call that out because great backdrop calls for a great episode. And we have one today for you guys. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor. First off, for sponsors of the video, thank you, Manscaped. Once again, Manscaped is the premier brand to help your boys down there. And I'm not talking your boys like, yeah, my boys, the boys. I'm talking about your boys, do your balls hang low, do they wobble to and fro? Those kind of boys. The last thing you want to do is make sure that they are looking scary. Even in Halloween time, as we're approaching Halloween, the last thing you want to do is scare the living hell out of your people with your boys. No one wants that. You want to be, as good down there as possible. You don't want to freak people out with, hair all the way like crazy. You don't want to be looking like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, like, Great Scott! No, you don't want any of that. So how do you take care of that? Boom. Manscaped has you covered. You can use their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer to make sure that your boys are looking spick-span, have the best shave down there. So what does that Lawnmower 4.0 have to make you have the best shave down there? Well, they have ultra-safe, skin-safe technology, and basically, it's like a ceramic blade. It's a blade, but it's ceramic, so what does that mean? It prevents all those, nick cuts, so when you're shaving down there, you're not going, ting, wah, bing, bang. No, you're not doing that. And it is also waterproof as a trimmer. Yeah. Say you like shave in the shower? No problems. Now, it also has a 4K LED light so that you can see what you're doing down there. Trust me, you don't want to go down there lawn mowing blind because that's when bad things happen. So make sure you pick up one for yourself so you're not scaring people down there this Halloween. You're scaring people, with some crazy costume. Or if you're me, just your face. So you can get your own Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped.com. And you can use the code CPP at checkout to get 20% off and free shipping on your entire purchase. Thank you, Manscaped. Now, on our future presentation, this band is called Worth the Wait. You might remember them because they were on the podcast back in March of 2021. We're October 2022. It's a year and a half later. Dakota and Joe are back in the podcast. John and Zach, the new members, are here as well. And the hype man, the driver, Mr. No Sleep, he is on the podcast as well. The band's new song, Darkmode, is available now for you to go check out. We talk about Darkmode, but we also talk about some other crazy stuff about how the band can use Cameo and Shooter McGavin to become one of the biggest bands out there because no one else is doing something like that. We also talk about Manswers, 1,000 Ways to Die, and some of the more ridiculous things you could possibly imagine. So please welcome the guys from Worth the Wait for another great podcast. Is everybody ready? Because I am. Let's go! Yes! Shooter. Well, ladies and boys and girls, listeners of the Chord Progression Podcast. Again, back in March of 2021, I had this band back on the podcast, and we had one hell of a time. It's been a year and a half, and now it's been long overdue, we'll put it that way. The band's new song, Darkmode, is out now for you guys to go check out, and you're probably going to hear us talk all about it in this podcast, so listen to us talk about it. Listen to us talk about some other fun shit because that's usually what we do, and then go and stream it. But please welcome back to the podcast, Dakota and Joseph, but also please welcome John and their hype man, the DJ, No Sleep, from the band, Worth the Wait. So gentlemen, welcome back.
Yes. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Much appreciated.
It's been way too long.
Hey, man, glad to have you guys back on. It has been too long. So over the past year and a half, guys, what's been up, man? Let's catch up right now. What has been up on your end?
We've been building. We've been growing. We've found new members. We've wrote new songs. We've planned new things. What else have we done? What there's a list.
Friends.
Made plenty of new friends.
we got merch.
We got merch.
That's our merch
guy over there.
Yeah, that's our merch guy, Jimmy.
That's Jimmy.
I don't know if you saw him in the corner, but yeah.
He's having a great time. Looks like he's having more fun.
We've been trying to get him to eat more, but he won't listen.
He don't listen.
Nah, he wants to say, as much, I would say skin and bones as possible, but there is no skin on that man right now.
Nope,
Hey,
not even a little bit.
Jimmy doesn't like to be touched, bro.
He's got a great smile, though.
The little slap and tickle.
Yeah.
He's got a great smile. His hands are up in the air. He looks like Frank Costanza. Serenity now! Like,
it reeks like BO in here right now, man. It's a good time.
it is a good vibe to have.
By 10-foot room here.
It feels like we're at a show.
It's like, what does it smell like here? It smells like a show. Unadulterated men.
Yep, pretty much.
Just
Gotta-
spill some beer. We're set.
Spill some beer and have somebody in the pit just start bleeding, then you're gonna end up having
If
to
we
go to
all
There's
hit
some
our
sticky
vapes
stuff on
often enough, we can make
Yeah.
it smell a little better in here. Just gotta synchronize the vape hitting so it just clouds kind of.
Yeah, make the lights show a little bit better.
just like they see the clouds start falling down. It's like, oh my god, we literally have a live smoke show on the podcast. Just
I wish. I was saying I wish I could have the colors changed, and I wanted to have a little bit of a show.
Yeah. All we can really do is like, hey Google, make the lights red.
I'm waiting for it. Come on. Oh, I see it on the shoulders now.
Hey Google, turn the studio lights red. Should only work to my voice, but
Boom.
There it goes.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, man, we got studio lighting. We are ready to roll. I mean, for the past year and a half, first off, you guys were only 2 members the last time I talked to you, and now I know there are
Yes.
4 of you. And of course, your drummer is not here right now, which is
Yes,
for
he
me
did
a
not
greater
make it as
sin
well as
than
he's done.
breaking down your drum kit on stage. So,
Classic
real.
drummer move.
but let me ask you
this
about
is
this.
John. He plays bass for us now. Say hi, John.
Hi, John.
Do it. Hey John, what's your name again?
Exactly,
Jack.
exactly.
It's like, hey, John. So, John, let me ask you this: when it came to Worth the Wait, how'd you get into this band now, man? Now that you're a new member, let's hear about it. Let's hear that backstory.
Gotcha. So I'm in another band that's local to the Cleveland area, and we recruited Joe to come play guitar for us. And right off the bat, him and I, we just clicked, and we have like pretty
Best
much,
friends.
yeah, best friends. Pretty much like all our music tastes just lined up perfectly. And he's like, dude, you're a cool dude. And
I knew he would fit in just well with Dakota because they have similar fucking music tastes as well.
I think the first thing we bonded over was Sunny Moore and From First to
Yeah, it
Last,
was.
and then some
I was
Chiodos.
gonna say, yeah, you guys were singing Chiodos down at the
We
first
were.
practice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait,
you mean
Skrillex?
Yeah. But yeah, and it was just kind of joined in, and I come from more of like a pop punk, ska, emo background, and coming into a metalcore scene, really trying to mesh some different styles together, and it's been a lot of fun. Challenging for me, learning a new style of music.
He's done very well.
So-
I'm proud and lucky to have him a part of this group.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
impressed with John's
Slapping the bass.
slapping of the bass. It's very
Love-
good. He's
I
very
love you
good.
guys. Thanks for having me in. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
You call it a bitch every time you slap her.
No,
She loves
no,
it.
you
So you
treat 'em
gotta
nice.
pet her real nice.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, you gotta say, oh, that's a good girl.
so she's I call it
She's got a
baby.
praise cake. Yeah, yeah.
Praise King.
A praise kink. Oh dear God, I might have to add more of that praise kink right now because, like you said, you're coming from more of a ska punk, pop punk, emo background, now coming into metalcore. Stylistically, it's gonna end up having a different sound. It's gonna have a heavier sound, but something that's got that similar flair to it is just the pure energy and the pure just drive that's behind there. Because you listen to some pop punk tracks, listen to metalcore tracks, like that energy is gonna be a very similar style energy where it's gonna be driven. It's gonna be have some pace to it. It's not, sometimes it's going to be melodic, but it's not going to be overly melodic where it's just like,
I'm
you're
a
actually
big
going to have a lot of drive behind it. So it makes a lot of sense where having that kind of a style can also, or that background, I should say, can add a lot more to the writing process, add a lot more of the experimentation process you guys might be working with, beyond Darkmode with even more stuff that might be coming out in the future.
We're cooking something up.
Yeah.
It's fun.
yeah.
It's
gonna be
fun.
hella
You'll
fun.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you guys are cooking something up, and then all of a sudden you guys are gonna end up like tagging Gordon Ramsay in it, so he can like stitch a TikTok together and go, "Oh, gorgeous! Oh, lovely! Oh, spot on!"
Fuck do you, bird ice cream?
I don't care how
You
much.
just inspired like our next meme, man.
I don't care how much it's gonna cost, but I will get him to say it.
Hey man, if
He might have Cameo, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Probably
I'll drop the money.
$50.
He probably wants like a
Yeah, it's probably
couple
more.
hundred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you guys want to do like a
Extra.
cameo type deal and get someone to like really pump up your song, there is no better person to do it than Christopher McDonald, aka Shooter McGavin.
Oh shit! Yeah, I do.
That'd be a good one.
I
Just
love
so-
Happy Gilmore though. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, so why not pay like like $200 collectively as a band? Like everyone throwing like $50. All of a sudden, next thing you know, your
Shooter
next song is gonna be
McGavin.
hyped up by Shooter McGavin, and all of a sudden he's gonna tell the
Nobody
band.
like know who the fuck
Big
Shooter
time.
McGavin is though. Like,
Are you fucking kidding me? Who doesn't know who Shooter McGavin is?
I
Shooter
think we are
McGavin.
at that age now. I think like once you hit like nobody.
Who's dead is who's dead? Did they post? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I remember when Bad Omens was going on tour. They had Chris Hansen on their Cameo, like promote the tour, and like it was dope. I was scrolling and it's like, "Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Bad Omens are going on tour," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "There's no way this is real." And then like I'm like comment, like I'm
system's
looking through the
broken.
comments, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" And I'm looking, they're like, "Ah, they got the Cameo," and I'm like, "What the fuck is Cameo?" And then like I'm like, "Oh," and then I start getting
We
ads on my
utilized it.
Facebook, and then we
It's
got
good
it
for
too.
us. Yeah.
It's a really cool thing. But
It's a
not
conversation
everybody
starter.
will agree to say the shit that you want them to say.
Right.
So you do get turned down a lot because a lot of people don't like to promote things. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
so
a
it's
lot.
like,
A lot of them just do like birthday messages and just like personal.
yeah.
Things.
But you know, it's like, oh hey, say this is really fucking cool. They're like, well, I don't really know what it is. So if I'm
I'm
on
not putting
record
my
saying
name
it's
on
really
that.
fucking cool, and then it turns out you're doing something awful, terrible, and now I'm in like there's discrepancies. I get it.
I
but
get that aspect of it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd understand why someone would be mindful.
yeah.
Should get
It's like-
what's the government dude that wears the boot on his head?
That's Irvin, not Irvin's this one.
Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme.
Should get a cameo for him.
Yeah, Vermin Supreme.
Well, honestly, I think you could probably get some cameos from like some other people. Like I'm honestly pushing the Shooter McGavin one, you guys, because that'd just be hysterical. But the
Yeah.
fact of the matter is like you don't have to have them be like, oh, this is the greatest song ever. Literally, just have him say, go check it out if you're into this kind of stuff. And it's just like, okay, he's
I want
guiding
Ric
you
Flair.
into it, having a little bit more of
That
a
would be a great one.
having
Yeah,
a
I
little bit
want
more
Ric
of like
Flair.
whatchamacallit. A little more flair, but also at the same point in time, a little more direction. So it's not like, a total, okay, he's going to say no because he's promoting something. But also you're going to want to hear to have him tell the band to meet him on the 9th green at 9, Secret Pros.
No, I want Ric Flair.
Meet me at the flagpole.
Woo! I think Ric
Oh.
Flair is like $800 though.
Do Shooter McGavin. It was like $200 when I
Oh
last
my
checked.
god, back on the
cheap.
Shooter
It is-
McGavin.
No, I'm dead serious. I was gonna do. I was trying to find a birthday gift for my brother after my first idea went south, and I was gonna get him a freaking cameo from Shooter McGavin, but I didn't want to pay the $200 myself.
I got $100 right here. Let's fucking. We're
We got
halfway.
That's half.
halfway
That's
there.
half.
Okay, and you know what? If you throw in
Wire
the
it.
other half, we'll get Shooter McGavin to promote our next single.
So I gotta throw in the other half, motherfucker. What's your opinion?
Hey, if you want Shooter McGavin,
Rope them in.
that's a good way to get it.
Dude, I want to see.
You know what? We could do both. We can get your
Yeah.
shit on it and our shit in one video. I'll cut the video. I'll cut out the cameo. It'll be raw. It'll look good. I can send you your video. We get our video. We both get what it's worth. Half the price.
Fuck yeah, networking in an interview.
Yeah.
Networking the goddamn interview all over fucking Shooter McGavin.
We can both get it for half price.
Yeah. Well,
This is officially become a Shooter McGavin.
I need you to say happy birthday, Sam. I also need you to say, hey, by the way, Work
out
the Wait's
this
dropping
band.
this shit and check that shit out if you're into that. And then we'll have it all condensed into one video. We just cut the video and each person gets their edit.
The ending of it's just gonna be also, by the way, happy birthday, Sam.
Yeah, I don't know whose birthday it was, but yeah. I mean, we could do it. That's how you cut costs, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
Or what you can do is literally have him come up with your drummer's name, just have him say that so that you can literally give it to him on his birthday and just literally have that small section, happy birthday, and then that's it.
Dude, you should just get him saying like happy birthday to like 7 different names. So then you can give those to all the people in your family.
With that name.
It's like happy birthday.
Put our Patreon.
I got this for you for the next 4 years.
Oh dear God! I honestly now I'm starting to even get my mind turning. Like instead of just doing this, like what kind of cameo can I get? Like if I can get Ric Flair to promote you guys promote the podcast, you just get a big old woo,
Yeah.
But then again, can he even do the? Well, I'm pretty sure
He still does the woo.
It probably doesn't have as much oomph behind it.
It goes, like, I got it.
Oh my God, dude, guys! After we're done recording this, I'm literally gonna go on Cameo and just start seeing like who the hell can I get to support the just get that camera to support the podcast.
I think Gary Busey's on there. I think you can get Gary Busey. That'd be a fun one.
Get a knockoff Morgan Freeman.
Dude, those are on Fiverr. You can get knockoff Morgan Freeman's on Fiverr for $5. Just so I looked about a week ago, and that on for the voice acting, Morgan Freeman voice acting like covers or whatever are the most popular ones.
It doesn't seem to be that hard to come by.
Morgan Freeman.
Christopher Walken.
Hey, you can tell them all raw.
Check out the new single from Worth the Wait.
I can do like Lil Wayne. I can do a really good Lil Wayne impression.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
Oh man, I didn't mean to do it though.
Joe's
really good. Joe's always impressed by it.
You called yourself out.
I can't say that I've heard it, but when
You
he says
have.
it, I probably
You
have.
obviously got to do it now.
Well, hold on.
You brought it up.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the hms. Okay, so.
You probably can't even hear it in the mic. He's moaning.
Like I don't know. It's just like I don't know.
Honestly,
it's something I started doing when I was really young. Like when I was like 14 years old, I just started like doing like Lil Wayne and like I downloaded there's this G Snap or some shit it's called. It's like auto tune, but it's freeware. And I had Mixcraft on my computer, and we had like a rock band mic, and like so we downloaded a bunch of Lil Wayne instrumentals.
Decent mics, by the way, for a USB mic.
Yeah, it was a Logitech brand, so it worked. I used it for recording for shit like 4 years. The recordings weren't bad, but they weren't good. Anyway, so and like we would just like I would be like, dude, I could totally make this shit sound just like Lil Wayne. And then like I used to do like a bunch of auto tune. I was just like, and like it was a lot better. And I'm not gonna put any too much effort into it on this podcast. I was thinking about starting a Fiverr and doing Lil Wayne impressions, and I'll say what people say aside from certain words. But like that's something I thought about getting into for a little side hustle. I'm that confident in myself that I could do Lil Wayne impressions on Fiverr.
Make some extra money.
Yeah.
Make some extra money for more cameos. That's basically what it could be. It could be the ultimate play.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin. I'll have him promote my Fiverr.
Well, because here's one thing I'm just thinking about. Like I've seen so many bands, and I've seen a good number of bands when it comes to their online presence, just really take off and do something on their own when it comes to like just the especially for metalcore, just memeing the hell out of everybody, just being the most ridiculous people possible, just parroting everything possible. No one has gone full in on just like, okay, cameos for everything. New song, cameo. New merch line, cameo. New show, cameo. Let's see what else could be out there. That'd be crazy.
Maroon 5. Vocalist for Maroon 5.
Adam Levine.
Think he's on Cameo still?
He might be.
If he is, he might be the most popular. Just say, oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
Your body's so
Your new song.
Man,
Your body is so absurd.
Music's awful.
Now, was that
Man,
meant to be
Hot girls don't listen
offensive?
to this.
Or like, was that supposed to be like a compliment? I never.
It was
understood
definitely
the
supposed to be a
context.
compliment.
Your
Yeah,
body is
absurd
absurd.
doesn't sound like a
I
good
would say
word.
that to someone that I was like, damn, your body is absurd. Like, I would say that.
I guess it
Your
does
body
depend,
is
depend
absurd.
on how you say it.
Yeah,
Like-
now I'm not sure if it was actually Adam Levine or if you just like hacked his Instagram and were just doing this.
Yeah, it sounds like it was just him.
Oh man.
Oh man, but if I start, honestly, let's get that cameo thing going for your next release. Let's get Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin.
Because all of a sudden, he's gonna talk about, say Shooter, promote it, say all of a sudden, ninth grade night, of
I
course,
see who think
of
he
course,
goes by
of course,
Shooter?
and you'll get the end of Shooter out.
Do you think he says Shooter? Do you think he goes by that?
Yes, I've seen it happen before. The reason I was gonna get it for my brother for his birthday was because he does it as Shooter McGavin.
I know that. But like, do you think on the streets and in the sheets he goes by Shooter? Like, do you think like he's out there and people are like, hey,
Come Shooter, come Shooter, come Shooter, Shooter. Ah!
Oh my god!
bam, when he's busting, just oh yeah.
Yeah, just he's busting.
My god, guys.
Just all of a sudden, oh god, Shooter.
Oh, it's Zachary. He's showed up.
Where is he? There
He's
he
up there in the
is.
corner.
Holy shit.
Oh shit, late.
Welcome, Zach.
I was tearing down the drum kit, bro, on stage.
What's
Everybody,
going on?
welcome Zach. This is our drummer, newfound brother. Zachary plays drums, as I said.
Well, Zach, welcome to the podcast. And also now, because you are late, you're gonna be the one paying for the Shooter McGavin promo cameo for you guys.
All right. I used to golf. I'll just dress up as Shooter McGavin.
All right.
I just need you to do the impression. We'll do a voiceover.
Yeah.
We'll dub it.
I do not eat pieces of shit for breakfast, though. I just want to clear that up.
I eat shit like you for breakfast.
You shit for breakfast?
No.
No.
Yeah, Grizzly Adams had a beard. Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Jaws was in that movie.
Yeah, the dude that played Jaws was Happy Gilmore's old boss. Had the nail in his head.
Yeah, like nail in his fucking head. I was watching apparently the golf caddy. That kid was at the PGA. He won in real life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his caddy.
Yeah, the golf caddy, the kid from Happy Gilmore that carried the clubs. Fucking, he actually won the PGA.
I thought that was a joke.
No.
All right, fact check.
Fact check
yeah,
it.
fact
Who's
check.
got
I
it?
don't
Who's
know
got
about
it? Hold on.
I dropped my phone.
We're all on computers, but I'm gonna look this up on a phone.
You said you were into golf. Do you know? Do you know, Zach?
I've seen both ends of it. I've seen that it's true, and I've seen that it's not actually him. I haven't really looked at it.
Was it the PGA Championship, or was it like the U.S. Open, the Open, or was it the Masters? Because that's gonna be.
It's
I
golf,
don't-
man.
I don't think it was the
Ball in hole.
Masters.
I don't know.
They were all like this, and he got the most or whatever.
The least?
I think it's the least.
Yeah, he got the least amount of strokes in.
He's very good at getting balls in holes.
Okay.
Two pumps.
Adam Sandler, cheers. Happy Gilmore caddy look-alike. Will Zalatoris.
How is it a look-alike 30 years ago? Like, dude, what are you talking
He just looks like him.
He looks like a 12-year-old boy. Like, the dude's like grown as shit.
Well, the guy
Just
looks.
doesn't age.
The
just
guy
drinks
looks
up
grown
the
as shit.
innocence.
The kid with the braces look grown
I
as
mean,
shit.
I don't know if you're gonna.
I
Be
mean,
able to
I can see the resemblance. I'm looking at a different one right now. Like, I can definitely see the resemblance, but I don't think like it's that like spot on.
Well,
Plus, how old is
TikTok lied to me then, okay? Can't trust TikTok.
Really? No way.
I mean,
Dude,
it's the internet.
Will Zalatoris wasn't even alive when Happy Gilmore was released.
Right.
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can't see.
Patrick, why are you upset? I can't see it.
Yeah, let me see this. Let me see this. So the release date. Yeah, dude, Will Zalatoris was in the womb when Happy Gilmore was released.
Just being made.
Just being made. Wait, so he's younger than the guy. But
Yeah, he's
but
definitely
how old is he now?
26.
Okay, that still looks older than that kid looked in that movie from the 90s.
Yeah, that kid in the 90s looked like he was like 17 and like just, his voice was going.
Yeah, he looked exactly like that. Yeah,
Cracking
it
and
was a
breaking
very
and
great
shit.
impression. Yeah.
Like a girl come up, hey, you want to dance? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, I mean this might be
Water boy
What?
impressions.
You
man.
guys got asked to dance?
I didn't.
Me either.
I didn't
So
want
it's
to
all
dance.
good.
I'm not a dancer. My body doesn't move like that.
Well,
May I have
We
this
make the
mosh?
music to make you dance.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where I knew my.
No, you guys make the music to make me want to go and smash myself into somebody and go, it's go time, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
May I have this mosh?
Yes.
Hey, that's what I've been doing. That's what I did all weekend before we recorded this. So like,
Oh, dude, same.
Yep.
Where'd you go?
Louder Than Life.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I went to Enter Shikari and Meshuggah over the weekend.
Nice.
Oh.
And then I
First man
played
experience.
I played a rave right after I saw Meshuggah. Like a warehouse rave.
So it's like you're literally in the pit going absolutely nuts, and all of a sudden afterwards, alrighty, gotta get
go
up
play
warehouse
some.
rave. Let's do this shit.
Up until 7 a.m.
Oh,
Rock and roll, baby.
Starts at 2.
starts at 2,
Who did
ends.
you just go see? It was Kingdom
It
of Giants.
starts at
and
2 a.m. Ends at 7
We
a.m.
went and saw Miss May I tour, the Curse of Existence tour with Currents.
And landmarks.
Yeah, Landmarks and Kingdom of Giants.
Yeah.
How was
We
that?
talked to the singer of Landmarks after the end of the show. They were from France, and they said they were their first time being in the U.S. and they did amazing. Like his voice is incredible live. He's a great singer. They have good energy live too. They were doing like these fucking kicks and like throws and things. I was like, what the hell is that? But it's cool.
I'm trying to remember who I worked on. What day was that? Saturday.
That was Sunday night. That was in Pittsburgh. It wasn't in Cleveland or anything.
I'm trying to remember what I worked on Saturday. I can't remember. It was like Conan something.
O'Brien.
I don't know. I don't know what
The
this guy's
Barbarian.
name is, but every high school girl in this nation like seems to love it.
His name's Conan.
Yeah, his
Conan.
name is Conan, and he's pretty much like a today's days Freddie Mercury. Like he tries to give off that vibe, like
Gotcha.
white, like
Harry Styles.
it's not that dude. Dude's name, I just said the dude's name was Conan.
Honestly, if I'm hearing he's popular and he's popular with the high school kids today, my assumption he's just a TikTok fuckboy and he'll be gone in 6 months. So
Oh, please and thank you.
Do you guys think that you guys are gonna try to get on Cleveland Mosh?
I've seen
Our
that
other
now.
band's playing that.
Yeah, there are other bands.
Oh,
We're
okay.
playing that this year, but hopefully we can get both bands on it next year. We can play
Yeah.
2 shows and get paid twice.
That's what I was.
Yeah. I set
Okay.
my friends on fires on there.
Yeah, that was the first band. They announced that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love I set my friends on fire.
Dude, they were
alrighty,
so pissed
what
when
is
they didn't get on when we were young?
They bought the website.
Yeah.
that was hysterical. But I gotta ask though, what is this Cleveland Mosh? And because it also has the word mosh in it, I am very intrigued and want to throw down at this thing. So what the hell is this thing?
It's brand new as far as we know. I think this is the first year. I think
Yeah.
it's just another heavy festival.
It's like an indoor festival though.
It's at Beachland.
Beachland Ballroom.
I thought it was at the Odeon.
No, they changed it.
I think it's at Beachland.
knows.
That's what I think I read.
No, I think the flyer said Beachland Ballroom. I want to say that's where it's
The
at.
tickets are on sale now. If you want to buy one, come out. You know,
Yeah,
All
We'll be
depends on when it is, man. All depends on when it is.
December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is just a day or is it a weekend thing?
I think it's.
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm
Yeah.
told to show up.
So am I.
Don't even
December,
have
December
yet.
3rd. Oh boy, that'll be interesting if I can make it out there. Day beforehand here in Milwaukee, I'm seeing it's that Plot New Silent Planet Avoid tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And
That's
they're coming through like on my actual birthday here for the show. And like so I've
Oh,
interviewed
wow.
That'll
Landon,
be fun.
I've interviewed Garrett, I'm friends with Benny. I've told them all, and they're just like, oh man, we're gonna throw down at that one. I'm just like, this one is gonna hurt, but it's gonna hurt
I
so
love
damn good.
I love deathcore Hobo Johnson.
No, fun fact: Landon Tours actually recorded our first demo. We recorded that with him in a shed.
In a shed?
A wooden shed.
At his parents' house. Yeah. So he's coming
What?
because he also recorded like Miles to Flame, Sweet Talker EP there, and the Plot News Wife Beater EP.
Is that here in Akron?
No,
or
that was in
Cleveland?
Finley.
Finley?
Yeah. But yeah, because he was in Before Their Eyes before he started the Plot New, and like he was just like
His solo
No.
stuff is great too. He's such a talented dude.
Yeah, no, I love his solo. I was listening to solo shit today at work actually. Fucking, it's so good.
I still think we should go and have some stuff produced by him. I was talking to Joe about that at one point.
I remember that.
Yeah, fucking no,
We can do that.
He's I believe he's in Detroit now. I think that's where he lives now. But
He's still not that far.
no,
It's what, like 4 hours?
it's like 2.5.
You're in Cleveland.
Yeah.
True.
I thought it was like 3, 4.
Mm-mm.
To Detroit?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We would make it.
We'll
no
get
matter
there,
what.
It's
right.
like 2 to 3 hours.
It's like the
depends on how
same
deep
distance to
you're going into
Columbus from where
Detroit.
I'm at.
Oh, we just gonna drive up there. You know, it doesn't matter how long it is. Might be 3 hours, might be 2.5. Just depends on who's driving. You know, might be.
Right.
If I'm driving, we're getting there like an hour.
Yeah.
We might get a couple
That's
tickets,
right.
but-
Couple tickets and maybe a flat tire. But...
yeah, but we'll be there.
You'll be there. You'll be outside his house, and you'll pull out the boombox and like try and serenade him. And all of a sudden, you're gonna put the boombox, and all of a sudden, you're gonna hear just.
Yeah, I'll just be playing like the fucking Small Face, you know, that's like one of my favorite Plot and You songs.
We're gonna steal his garden hose and just make it look like it's low key raining.
Hey man, if you do when it's cold enough outside, if it's like a polar vortex type time, you might get actual snow to be made, or it maybe make it looking like it's hailing. But
I mean, it is off the coast of the lake, man.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I got that lake effect running, dude.
You get double lake effect in Michigan because you're surrounded by 2 lakes.
Yeah.
Water all over.
Too much water, man.
Water.
Water! I couldn't fucking resist it, man. I had to.
Had
I
to
think
do it.
we had a water boy fucking.
We did! Last time
did
we
this.
were on here.
We talked about the water boy.
We did talk about Water Boy. Fuck.
We did. Okay, is it gonna be a thing? Like every time I have you guys on the podcast, we're gonna talk about a different Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah,
I
like a
love Adam
tradition.
Sandler.
I mean, we're already at 2 right now.
Well, dude, fucking like there's a movie that's hella underrated, and that's Uncut Gems. I don't care who the fuck you are, hands down one of the best Adam Sandler movies I've ever seen. Dude, it's like super serious. Like you don't see the shit coming, man. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't
Is
seen
that one
it.
of his newer ones?
Yes.
Okay. I think
That's
I've seen it.
that's
it
on
was
Netflix, right?
I
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That or Hulu.
It's
Yeah.
a great fucking movie.
Or Pirate Bay, like everybody else, you know.
The
yeah.
pirate, does that even still exist? I thought it got taken down.
No, it's still up. I use it.
There's probably something.
There's something. Trust me. I mean,
yeah.
if this was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was still in college. One of my buddies literally was in Pirate Bay all the time, streaming stuff with us, and all of a sudden, I could probably just text me like, "Hey man, does this stuff still work?" And all of a sudden, I'm just gonna get a,
Yeah, it does. No, if it's not like the piratebay.org, it's the piratebay.se. If it's not the piratebay.se, it's like the piratebay.
co.uk.
Yeah, no, it's still up and running.
I wonder if FrostWire, like Limewire, is still up and running.
I would.
Not
Downloading
FrostWire.
all the viruses on your mom's computer.
I feel like by now the entire internet would be broke.
Yeah,
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you
there's
down.
like that's how I found out that Slipknot did a song with Eminem, ICP, Korn, Linkin Park, and Evanescence. It's called "Shut the Fuck Up," and then I download it, and it's none of those bands. It's just some stupid ass bullshit, and it was just awful.
I got hit with that, and I just recently found out that the name of the band was called the Clay People. But
Oh my god, we
Yeah.
had this conversation.
Yeah,
It was
because
the
I thought
Clay People.
it was like Disturbed, Slipknot,
Corn.
Korn.
Yeah.
And it's like
Was Mudvayne in on that one?
What?
Was Mudvayne in on that one too?
Yeah, Mudvayne. And then, like, I just recently it popped up on my Spotify. I'm like, oh, this is actually from a band called the Clay People.
Yeah, he
Like,
showed me this shit, and it sounds exactly how you remember.
Yeah,
It does. That's it. It's
It
there. It's
sound-
on
it sounds
Spotify.
exactly like all those bands actually did a song together, but it's not that.
It's definitely not.
Oh man, any new metal fan in 2003 would be jizzing their pants right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be like, wait, they didn't do a song together? Then what have I been burning on all my CDs?
Oh god, the days of burning CDs. Oh man.
Especially from LimeWire to CD, where it
Oh,
sounded
it had
like
the
you're playing
shit,
cymbals
like,
in fucking
there.
water.
Yeah, no, because like I don't know how those like leaked demos and shit even got onto LimeWire, because you're like it was always almost the demo version of the song that you couldn't find anywhere else. So like I don't know who was sharing what, like Face Down by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. It was whack, but there was screams in it, so it's kind of cool. And then like fucking The Great Escape by Boys Like Girls, that was on there, but it sounded like ass. Then there was shit, what else was it? Oh, there was this song. It said it was Escape the Fate. Definitely wasn't Escape the Fate. I found out later it was Alicena, Beautiful in Blue, but they had it on
Don't get
LimeWire
yourself hurt.
called
But
like
say
Escape
you're
the
somebody
Fate
else.
Body Bags or something. And then like fucking, but yeah, it was Alicena. I don't know who was trying to do what with it, but
Trying to get their name out there.
Just trying to get their name out there any way they can. Could you imagine if it was still out, like available today, and people were still using it? The amount of just like stupid things you'd find on there. All of a
It'd be
sudden,
like 3D gun printing, like 3D printing gun parts. You know, people be trying to download schematics, and it's just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You're like
You know,
Eminem
like-
in volumes, but it's really just what is
They
the
have
name of
that
metal?
song already.
What Eminem in volumes?
Volumes already has a song.
No, they did a song with Puya.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, there.
And then you open it up. Oh yeah, this is Volumes of Puya. No way, it's just Dropout Kings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's just Dropout Kings.
Because every time, like, my girlfriend listens to that song a lot, and like every time I hear it, I think it's Dropout Kings. So like, yeah, it's spot on.
Dude,
Oh, man.
Dropout Kings was at that Akron Metal Fest.
They were.
Yeah, they were really good.
With who the fuck else played Unearth?
Yeah, Impending Doom was
Impending
there.
Doom.
Oh my
Dude, that's like
God.
throwback shit. Like,
Dude,
that's
they
like
they
MySpace.
killed it. Like, even though they haven't played in forever, like, holy shit. Dude, the vocalist shaved off all of his fucking hair, dude. He's got like almost no hair now.
On purpose?
I don't know. I think
Is it a
so.
choice?
It must have
Just-
been a Christian thing.
It must have been a Christian thing. Oh, they are Christian.
Just
Oh
was
man.
by pure choice, man, by pure choice. But
Yeah.
before we get even more off the rails, the one thing I want to make sure we do talk about is your most recent single, Darkmode, because well, that was the thing. All of a sudden, that was the first thing that came through in the email. It's like, okay, hey, we got a new single. Let's
Got a
listen
new
to it,
single.
and then
Got
let's get you
something to
guys on the
talk
podcast. So, boom,
Yeah.
here, we gotta do it. Gotta talk about Darkmode. So, first off, Darkmode. When it comes to the overall like concept behind the song, you know I like to go in deep with like the concept of it, the meaning of it, see how everything relates to the sound. What was the inspiration for Darkmode in terms of lyrical content and of course song construction, the way it came out?
So the instrumental was written before the lyrics were written. Typically, we always go like this. I prefer, like, I could write all day, but half the shit I write, actually 90% of the shit that I write is not gonna fit the fucking instrumental. My brain doesn't work that way. If I have an instrumental, I can write the lyrics, no problem.
Yeah, we try to write the instrumental before we write the lyrics.
So I
We've
usually
had
get
Dark
like,
Mode for like almost just over a year now.
yeah,
But
since last September, apparently. I didn't even know that. I knew it was called, the original version on our computers is called September.
September 2.
September 2. So that's the only like way we kind
Basis
of
of know
engage.
when it started. Yeah.
Was the drums, September 2 snares. That's the file on my computer. And but we write the instrumentals first. And I try to catch like a vibe off the instrumental where that's going and the feelings I feel with it. But so writing the song, we knew we wanted to like it to be like a heavier one with like that's after we found the synth patch, dude. Like it changed everything, and I'm like, this is gonna slap. And I went through some really rough parts of my life over the past now
It's been almost a year.
about a
maybe.
year. Like I've had a lot of shit happen in my life within the past year. Like I've lost relationships, family, like my brother passed away. Like, a lot of shit's happening within the past year.
A lot of big things, yeah.
And like just separation with people, like falling out and stuff, in and out, in and out, in and out. And so like I've been through a lot. I've been drugged through the mud, in shorter words. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll put my feelings in a song. And that's basically how it came to be. I also took like an old song that it's kind of an Easter egg. I don't know if you've heard any of our old shit, but we had another song with a similar chorus, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's kind of a callback to that song a little bit.
Yeah. And so yeah, I mean, it
helped shape the song a little bit to kind of write it after that, to use a little bit of the lyrics and the style. It helped write the chorus itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the amount of shit that I've been through in the past year is like unimaginable and not normal. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm just like, I'm going dark mode. Fuck it. This is it.
Yeah, the
And-
name just came at random. He had messaged us in our group chat, and I don't even remember exactly how it come up, but it was a good idea with the dark mode being put from like somewhere in a place of happiness, we'll call it for now. And then just having this type of shit happening and putting it in a place that is dark now.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's just yeah.
that transition, I suppose.
I've heard the synth patterns that you guys have for like the opening of this song, and like that's actually underlayered underneath all the guitars and everything. And
Yeah, just like
that stuff standalone is really good.
You don't even hear it in the actual
No,
song.
you
There's
don't.
so much shit in that fucking song. I mean, you
Yeah,
hear some of it,
yeah.
but it's mainly like bones.
that's kind of what we did with the last couple of singles too, is we have kind of a basic kind of lead or riff or catchy part that we kind of just write the rest of the song, the rest of the 3.5 minutes or whatever it could be around.
Well, I really want you guys to like release a like extended intro with more of this synths and everything. And
It'll
that's
probably
gonna
be in the
bring
live
it.
set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have full control over all of our music since we own it all, and then we can make our live sets anything we want to. You've already had a couple ideas we've talked about for Darkmode itself.
Yeah.
Once we start playing shows here soon, you'll get to see it and hear it.
Yeah, I would say literally that was the perfect way to put it, especially with that. Like, if you guys are able to do a live show and open with Darkmode, but had that longer intro come in, have more of those synths really come out that were layered really deeply in that intro and throughout the rest of the song as well, it adds so much more of this distorted kind of feeling to the overall song.
It's very eerie.
Yeah, because even in the intro, like, it had like the electronic kind of inclusion there with the synths. It kind of had this like somewhat of like an industrial cranking feel to it, and then the heavier drumming that was on top.
Yeah,
It
that's what
created
we
this.
were told him. We've been telling people like it's a little
Yeah.
industrial, and then like some of the critics we had submitted to were like, "This isn't industrial at all," and I'm like, "Well,
It's-
yeah,
Do you
whatever."
not
But like,
listen to
I mean,
industrial?
right,
Bro?
like-
Like, just tell me that you don't listen to industrial.
Yeah.
That's
I was
fine.
confused by it. I was like, "Okay, your opinion doesn't matter to me anymore."
Yeah, like I mean, although it's industrial in the same sense as say Emotionless and White's industrial,
Mhm.
or like even like Attila in a way.
New metal industrial,
But
I guess. I don't
new
know.
metal, you know, I mean that's it's new metal, all in all. But you know, that's just it's alternative. But like, if you take out all the drums and all the guitars, that song is like dark synthwave. Like
Yeah.
if you just listen to just the synths and shit, it's like 3 pulses, an ARP, and like fuck, it's just dun 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 dun.
And this
there's
is the
other shit
lowest
going
tuning
on.
song that we have so far.
What is this in?
I don't remember the tuning, honestly. Typical fucking guitar player.
You can tell that whoever
It's 2
you
steps
guys
down
set-
from everything else though, so it's low as fuck. It's in E. It's in E. That's what it
It's
is.
double
You
drop.
can tell whoever
double
you guys
drop
set that.
E.
You can tell whoever you guys set that track to, they've never been to a goth night in their entire life.
I couldn't even tell you who it was. I don't remember.
Yeah, they definitely haven't, because it's like, oh, and they probably just looked up industrial music, and the first thing they got was like Rammstein. They're like,
He's
okay,
too
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Yeah.
Although that was a sick show.
Yeah, he went and seen them too. Like
I was in
just
the
some-
fire zone in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
the fire that was just right in front of the stage. This is
Yeah,
what the
I
fire's
put sunscreen on and everything. It's so much fire.
There was so much fire. He showed me the fucking video. So I'm like, that's nuts. Like it's like shooting across the fields and shit. Like
Yeah.
over top of
Over
people.
your head and
Yeah.
everything too.
Fuck yeah.
Like it was wild shit.
We need that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
but like,
I got a
but-
guy.
He's got a guy.
Yeah, I
he's
got
got a
a guy.
guy.
He's like Rick Harrison.
Yeah. Got a guy.
He's got a guy, and then he's gonna be like, that's worth about $8,000. How much you trying to get for it?
I'll do it for 5,000.
I'll give you.
That's my highest offer, man. I gotta make some money on this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some white gas in my mouth and I'm just gonna have a torch.
Have you seen the animated one? It popped up and me and him talked about because it came up in his newsfeed too. It's like this animated like Pawn Stars ripoff, and like
Oh, no.
it's so bad. So it's got like a guy brings in Jesus on the cross, right? And,
Good start. Good start.
Right, yeah.
and
Okay,
he's
good
all
start.
like, oh, you know, and like,
Just moaning in pain the whole
and then
time.
he's like, so yeah, this has been laying around our house, you know, for a couple years, and we're just trying to. He's like, so you're looking to pawn or sell it? He's like, I'm thinking I'm gonna sell it. He's like, so how much you want for this? He's like, yeah, I'll say $40. And then he's like, oh, and then fucking Rick Harrison's like,
He does that laugh like every 15 seconds or something.
and then like,
that.
so then he's like, I have a guy coming in. He's like, this is worth about $70 trillion. And then he's like, okay. So then that guy leaves, and then he's like, well, see him saying he's worth about 70 trillion. I'll take about 40 trillion. He's like, best I can do is $80. And then like, it's just like,
It was so dumb. I was so upset. Like, dude, it was such a long video. Too.
It was.
And it was
like 18 minutes.
I can't believe I watched this whole thing. I wasted this much time of my life.
I've been showing you that all the time.
I even saw one too. This was like when the second iteration of Trinity of Terror tour was still going on. It was like, because of course you had Ice Nine Kills, Motions in White, Black Veil Brides, and you had We Came as Romans opening, so you had that on there. It was like this tour package. All of a sudden you see Rick Harris said, best I can do is Attila.
No, John actually
I worked that show.
Yeah, here in Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob's Pavilion.
Attila's going on tour with their full Rage album here soon, too.
Dude, that's coming October 9th.
Yeah.
At the Grog Shop.
I bought VIP.
Oh, dude, you should give me one, man. I'm going.
Buy me one.
Right.
Buy me one.
I'll get you back.
You guys are so fucking needy. Oh my god.
Yeah, get them VIP. Hey, get them VIP and they'll get you a Shooter McGavin cameo.
Yes! I'll be like, yo, Franz, do Shooter McGavin.
He'll do it.
Give me
he
that.
Probably will.
Give me that bang,
He
bang,
probably
bang.
would. But
He
kind of
probably
jump,
would.
but kind of jump back into like one other thing too was when you guys talking about, you know, whoever you submitted to, because yeah, when it comes down to it, you can tell there is some of those like that industrial piece in there, especially from those electronic pieces, from those synths. But the thing is it doesn't make an industrial track. It's like listening to Motions in White's Reincarnate album where you can totally tell that there is some industrial influence there, but this is not industrial music at all. It is a part of the song to really have an influence to create more of this deeper, darker, more like depth kind of feel to something that isn't as bright, that isn't as happy. It's really diving deep into some deep, heavy emotion of darkness that's really being put out here. And right from the get-go, I mean, Darkmode, kind of what you're talking about with all the things you're going through, because even I was taking a look at this song, like looking through the lyrics, I kind of looked at it as, you know, there's definitely like some sort of connection with past relationships or relationships that have gone and prevent you from being someone that is more open and trusting based off how everything kind of goes along, where all of a sudden you ruin that and it's just like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm not going to be open to that kind of stuff anymore. I don't want to, you know, feel like that. I don't want to put myself in that position. So I'm just going to do all dark mode and just whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to kind of close myself off, all based off of past experiences that you end up having. So kind of taking those lyrics into account after I figured that out and then going right in the intro, I'm like, this makes total fucking sense in terms of connecting the overall emotion, meaning of the song to the intro with those drums, with that electronic feel. And then they even get heavier and then deeper and the guitars come in the same pace. So there's more like de-evolution of something to get a lot deeper and darker. I mean, right from the get-go, there's really something to get behind here, guys.
Yeah. I forget what I was going to say. Never mind.
When Joe wrote that synth and like sent that to me, I was like blown away. Like that synth part in the song, because like, you know, it was just like when he sent that shit to me, I was like, this is it. I have like one thing to change, and like there was like
that
weird
whistle,
frequency. There was like this weird whistle frequency that was happening within, and I just, you know, cut out, you know, a couple
some EQs.
Yeah, and then we were good. And I'm like, dude, this is it. Like this is my favorite song now.
I think what you guys are looking for to say like that there's industrial in there, but it's not full industrial, is kind of like what Rob Zombie and White Zombie would do, where they would kind of like flirt with industrial.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Bad Omens, Artificial Suicide. Like, would you call that industrial?
No.
Like, I mean, it's like, what's that other song on that album that's also kind of like that, but it's with the singing? Omens? Yeah.
The most recent.
There's like falsetto singing throughout most of it. It's like really.
The Just Pretend one?
No. This doesn't. That song's like metalcore posty. This song's really like weird. Like it's got those elements.
I mean, I even said about Dark Mode, like once I heard the lyrics for the first time, like this song was going to be more catchy and more memorable as a lyrical song than it would be like from a musical side. Like Obey, Blackwater, and Slander both have that catchy lead to it. This doesn't really have many leads in it. It's very like chord progression driven. It's very much more lyrical, and you can hear the emotion in it. And that's why I told him like this is going to be more memorable as a lyrical song than it will be for what we wrote in musically.
Yeah,
I can see where you're coming from with that too. But I mean, even from I love the match up with Artificial Suicide in there because anyone listens to Artificial Suicide, you know that's not an industrial track. It does flirt with it like it's gonna buy industrial music a drink and see what happens.
Yeah,
but it's
right.
not gonna want it's not gonna want to marry and have a couple of kids, retire, move to Florida and die. It's not
Dude,
gonna
that album is so genre bent. I love it. It's hands down my favorite album of the year. Like fucking the Death of Peace of Mind. Like that's what I was pretty much fucking jamming. Like that in Wage War's fucking
the Manic album.
Manic. Yeah. Like those two were like my fucking go to like back and forth, like with all the shit that was going, it was all so relatable. And fucking is just so like it carried a lot of influence, with it all, but like those two albums slapped. Like I still have them on repeat. Like I can't get enough of either of them. I actually saw Wage War with While She Sleeps and Gideon and
Oh yeah, we had practice that night.
oh yeah. I wasn't there.
Called out.
I think that was like
I remember that day.
I think that was supposed to be our first
Didn't
practice.
you
Was it
did
the
you guys
first one?
recently
That's
share
supposed to be
a
our
post
first
with
practice.
one of Dakota's playlists on Spotify?
Yeah, we all
We all made our own Spotify playlist for like shit that we listen to on the regular and just our favorite songs. So if you have Spotify, go over and check that out. And if you like what we had to listen to, like
Can we
the
would
links of
we
those
be
will
able
in
to
the
drop
description.
like a link to that post in this interview at some
if you go to the band's Spotify, Worth the Wait, if you go down into the artists playlists,
yeah,
you'll
they're
be
all
able to
listed right
find
there.
all of the band's influential playlists. I
They're
mean,
all
it's-
called like Coda Core, Joe Core, John Core, Zach Core.
Oh, so you guys each have your
Yeah.
own playlist.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
So let me get this straight. So if we go to Spotify and we search up Worth the Wait, which I'm doing literally right now to make sure that we can do
Yeah.
this.
Scroll down
You
like
go to-
maybe 3/4 the way down.
Yep, artist playlist. We got Coda Core, Joe Core, Zach Core, John Core. And a better way to actually do this instead of having to do this yourself, literally, here's what everyone's going to do. Because
Go.
there's going to be something in the description of the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast that has these playlists there. The links to those playlists will be in the description of the podcast. I'm going to make it as easy as hell for everybody. You know what?
Hey,
What?
look at that! Look at that!
Convenience helps.
That's what we do.
Convenience
This
helps,
is how we
ladies and
do. Yes.
This is how we do. I mean, we make sure that happens so that you can literally go in, look it up, and all of a sudden see when you go to Coda Core, all of a sudden, yep, there's all this stuff from Worth the Wait. There's a lot of architects.
Is that
Yep,
right?
Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm looking at this. Yep, there's the Bad Omens stuff. Oh, Neon Grave there. Miracle. Yep, Slaughterhouse. You got to have some good old Slaughterhouse. in
Spotify has
there.
merch too. Plug.
Yeah. We got merch on Spotify. It's
And now
integrated.
I'm really happy because I'm seeing. Let's see how many. We got a good amount of We Came as Romans on here. Ooh, Memphis at Fire. Ooh. And more Bad Omens. A lot more Bad Omens.
Yes,
Holy
yes.
shit. That is a lot of Bad Omens, sir.
Dude, I love Bad Omens. Like, they're
Pretty
so
great.
good. They're so good.
I'm not knocking
And
Bad
me
Omens.
and-
There's
I
a
was
lot
just
of Bad
about to
Omens.
say,
Like,
fun
damn.
fact.
Fun fact: me and Noah Sebastian have the same birthday,
My grandmother has the same birthday too.
and his grandmother
Smoked a-
also does. Yeah. And you know who
Smoked a
else
blunt with
does?
their drummer one time. That was fun.
Huh?
Said I smoked a blunt with their drummer one time. That was fun.
And also Ben Bruce also has the same birthday. So me, Noah Sebastian,
many
Ben
Halloween
Bruce,
birthdays.
and Joe's
My
grandmother
grandmother.
have the same birthday, Halloween. Yeah.
You know what that means.
You know what that
Shooter
means?
McGavin cameo time.
Shooter McGavin cameo, baby.
Oh, okay. Get
Happy
another one.
birthday.
Get another Shooter McGavin cameo and literally have him say
grandmother
happy
would know
birthday
that, though.
to yourself and to Noah Sebastian. No, hear me out. Get another Shooter McGavin cameo. I'm talking one separate from the one we talked about earlier.
Oh,
And
we're
have
informed
one-
now?
We
Yeah.
got 4 of them.
But happy birthday to Dakota, and then also have Noah Sebastian have a happy birthday in there. So literally you create this, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, why would some guys make a happy birthday cameo for me, but also for themselves? Now I'm a little interested in this. Now I gotta go see this band Worth the Wait is. And then next thing you know, the next Worth the Wait single is gonna be featuring Noah Sebastian.
Dude, that would be dope as fuck.
Speak it into existence, please.
Yes. You manifest that shit.
Noah, if you're listening, we have an offer for you.
We have a very reasonable offer. We will give you 2 Mike's Hard Lemonades and $36 if you do this.
Best I could do is $80.
The best you can do. Well, we do have a guy. He's got to come in and look at it first.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Nah, man. Best I can do is a 6-pack of Yinling with one
Yeah.
bottle, with one can already open.
That's mine.
Or a 12-pack of PBR.
Yeah. We're gonna go lower than the Yangling.
Best I can do is a case of 23 beers.
Case of 23. I was trying to explain to my
You get the
girlfriend
99 PBR.
that like how much like we were talking, and then she's like, "I'm not buying you a case of beer," and I'm like, "This is a 4-pack. This is not a case. A case is 24 beers. And like this isn't gonna get me drunk. A case would get me drunk. Don't tell. I'm not gonna. I didn't ask you to for one, but." You know, I was like going to like man math about beer math, and like you know, it was just like
Man math, is that what you said?
yeah, because, you know, I was just like I wouldn't expect her to know. You know, I don't.
They're man-made numbers.
Yeah. And then I'm like, well, you know, and then I'm like, I started.
And that's
Like,
exactly what Blackwaters wrote after Man-Made Misery.
yeah.
And this is why we still need the show Manswers from Spike TV.
Oh,
we need
yeah!
this exact moment.
Let's bring it back.
Fucking Manswers, bro. We'll start. That'll be our new thing. It'll be called like worth the wait answer, man.
Worth the Wanswers.
Worth the
Wanswers.
Manswers.
Yes, that's much better.
Worth the Manswers.
You see this? Not enough.
Not
Case.
enough.
Good stuff.
Fear numbers
I
is as
learned-
close as we get to the handwriting of God.
I learned how to play beer pong from Manswers. Okay, like the best way to get it into the cup, you got to shoot it from the cooter.
Yeah.
Okay, like a tank.
Shoot it from the beak.
Shoot it from the dick. That's it. It was on Manswers. I watched that shit. It works. They did it on there, and I'm like, salute to you.
It
Like,
worked.
this is a new thing. I'm
It has to be
12.
true.
Now I know how.
Yeah.
So
Much
you know.
better.
I'm ready for high school and some of middle
But
school.
another show from Spike that kind of like fucked me up was like fucking 1,000 Ways to Die, because that shit gave me anxiety about everything.
Unrealistic fears.
And I'm like, wait, so some guy ate too much and then he got in a fight and his stomach exploded and he died? That's gonna happen to me. And then I'm like, oh,
You're telling me there's a chance.
yeah.
Which one was it? Was it Manswers or was it 1,000 Ways to Die, where they talk about the dude who had so many orgasms that he died from?
That's
Yeah.
probably
1,000
a
Ways to
thousand
Die.
I saw that one.
And I was afraid of that. They're like, don't hold your breath while you ejaculate, you might die. And then I'm like, am I breathing? You know, like I still like this shit goes to my head now.
Ask
And like,
her,
I'm
am I
like,
breathing?
Don't microwave
Like-
a lava lamp. Don't inject what is it? Glow sticks.
there was.
Oh
I
yeah,
felt
don't put
that,
glow
like,
sticks into your veins. For everyone that's going to a rave, don't put glow sticks.
It's not
stuff
cool.
in your veins.
And then there was this other one, this guy that was like trying to learn how to do the perfect bow so he could like get this girl's dad's approval. And in some other country, he kept bowing, and then he gave himself a fucking brain aneurysm. So now when I bend over for too long, I think I'm gonna get my shit's gonna explode and I'm gonna die. Like I've had like days in the past.
No, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. like
Stop looking down!
No,
falling
so
over.
if you see me,
Shrek,
if-
I'm looking
if
down.
anybody-
Ah!
If anybody is watching this or like is around me,
That'll do,
look,
donkey. That'll do.
this is how I pick shit up off the floor now. So like I don't bend over it. I don't do that shit.
You got the prison technique down.
Yeah, like I gotta like squat and like I keep my
Dress.
head straight. Like
It's like, all right, I
an
dropped this.
irrational fear. Like because that
Got
show,
it. Okay, time to get up.
Yeah, like I just
Eyes forward. Eyes
yeah.
forward.
Pick a spot and stare.
Yeah, like it's just,
Yeah.
Dude, I'm afraid of. I've got a weird fear of filling up like the air in my tires, because I remember there was one 1,000
yeah,
day where some
I
dude
do too.
was filling up the tire and he was like looking at Playboy or something. And all of a sudden, the tire exploded. I'm like,
He
I don't
died.
care how much the PSI is. Like, I know the recommended on my front tire is 33 PSI. I pull off as perfectly 33.
I don't
It did
even go
explode.
33. I go 32. Like I'll put the thing on the machine lower than what it is because I'm afraid. Like that
You
shit,
can't have any bubbles or any cracks or anything in that, or you're fucked.
like I can't.
I do want to see a tire explode one day. Like whether it happens to somebody else and they go flying like 15 feet.
The
like-
only tire I've ever seen explode in real life that wasn't my own was my Uncle Stuart's bicycle.
Yup.
He
Bicycle
was
tires.
62
Classic.
years old. He was on the sidewalk. He had a hole in his
Not
tire,
great.
so he went to the auto parts store, got a can of Fix-A-Flat. This man raced cars and collected them. You think he'd know a little more? He put the Fix-A-Flat in his bicycle tire, and he went to go get on his bike. First pedal, pop! flipped over the handlebars. Fucking like 62 years old, fucking had
Poor
2
guy.
strokes, multiple seat. Like, dude, I'm like, bro.
What are you doing?
If smartphones were a thing when I watched this happen, man, this dude would have been famous.
Yeah.
I would have been something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Fucking, I used to steal his comb out of his back pocket all the time. Me and my brother used to fuck with him all the fucking time. He lived with us for a couple months, but in a couple months, we made sure to fuck with him. My dad
Hey.
told me he was fucked up when they were kids, so I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you up, old man. I just met you.
Hey, if he's still around with all that, if you know what he might deserve? Shooter McGavin cameo.
I was like, what? What could it be?
No, we haven't heard from him in years. I think he moved back to Georgia. I don't know. So I mean, he might not even. I don't know.
Get back in touch with the Shooter McGavin cameo.
He needs a Shooter McGavin cameo.
Bring
though.
him back.
So if anybody watching this wants to support my uncle Stuart, another fun fact: my dad's name and his brother's name are Stuart and George, and those are the names of the characters from Stuart Little, the mouse and the boy. So that's another little fun fact.
Look what I can do.
Oh dear.
I saw like a Halloween costume.
Yeah,
that was
then
that.
that's the trick or treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
My mom may be crazy, but she never eats shit.
Like I never understood. Like I never understood the whole bit at all.
Yeah, Bad
Like,
TV was a crazy time.
I was a
man.
big fan of SNL, but like Mad TV was just like the way my brain worked. You would have thought it made more sense, but like it just I couldn't get it. Like
Like the
I don't-
whitest kids you know.
the whitest kids you know,
Yeah.
God's here. Rest in peace, Trevor
Nail
Moore.
gun.
But fucking Trevor Moore, legend. Fucking
Oh, not the
absolute.
nail gun one.
I'm at work and like I still think. Oh wait, we were talking about this shit.
This conversation sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And, like, because the Abraham Lincoln scene plays on stage. I still like.
Now you
goes through my
fucked up.
mind.
Now you
Now you
fucked
fucked
up.
up.
Now you have fucked up now,
You
sir.
have fucked up.
No.
You have fucked up now.
What do you
Yeah,
do?
listen to the woman, John.
John,
Did
just
Trevor-
calm down, John. Just calm down.
Years ago.
It's been a while.
I heard that as a
2020.
rumor originally.
No, he fell off
Rest
his
in peace,
balcony.
What are you gonna do,
What?
string bean?
Yeah.
Wait, why did he fall off his
I
balcony?
think he was. They said he was drunk or something. He fell off his
Oh.
balcony.
How many fucking stories?
He was pushed.
I don't know.
I'm saying he's pushed.
But
Our-
I
Jeffrey
That's
said
Epstein
what
what
I
did
had.
happens when you get high in church.
So fucking anyway, so I still like part of me thinks that Abraham Lincoln died by getting hammered in the
I
ass.
thought we were
like with the hammer, you know, the whole hammer. And I'm like, wait, he died with the hammer.
He's
I
beating
know
my
he
butt.
died- It was with the hammer.
Got hammered.
And then
in
I'm
the
like, wait, no,
ass.
he got shot in the head.
No.
Like, you know, like
No, he got hammered in the ass. It's just too embarrassing.
They could have put that in the history books.
Drunk History was a good show. Whatever happened to that?
I think it's
I
still
never,
around.
I never
Yeah.
watched
The-
it.
They-
The
so
producers
fucking
got
good.
too wasted.
I didn't have,
They-
I
they-
didn't
they
have
did on
cable
the
for
show,
the
like, every
longest
They,
time.
you want to know what happened in Drunk History? They did the episode where they were talking about Elvis becoming a honorary DEA agent, and they had Jack Black be Elvis.
I saw
And they couldn't top
that. He was
that.
like on the tarmac and shit, like out there. He's like, oh, dude, I fucking love that show. Like they just dubbed the shit, and it's amazing. I grew up watching a lot of dubbed shit because my dad's old. So like it was like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and fucking like so everything was dubbed. All the action movies and they all had that same sound. Oh, like fucking like when something.
I grew up obsessed with Godzilla, so I know exactly where you're
Yeah.
coming from. All the dumb Godzilla movies.
they
where,
all
like,
the same
their
sound
mouths
bites
are still
too.
moving, but no one's talking anymore.
Me and my brother used to sit around on Saturdays. My dad be watching Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, or whatever the fuck. And then he'd be like, I'd be like, hey Dylan. He'd be like, hey Dakota. And like fucking we would just do that dumbass
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Like, I don't know. It was we never understood what was happening on the show and why we just watched it like that was just normal shit. You know? Like
So is that the new thing we're doing now?
That's gonna be the
That's
next.
exactly it.
Dude, you have to do your vocals like that on stage.
yeah, I'd be like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's okay. It's just dubbed.
We'll just backtrack the vocals.
Yep.
I'll just be like,
Oh my god, that might be something. Backtrack all the vocals and then just like, guys, I'm not lip syncing. They're just dubbed over.
yeah. Yeah, did you like dub or sub? Okay, you can't have both. And I'll put like the words up on a screen on the back.
You're just gonna put like a little 32-inch TV down there, and it's just gonna be subtitles.
Oh my god, I saw a fucking article. It's like Sam Carter uses like he has a teleprompt live to remember the lyrics. It just says like blah. I was just like, oh my god, this is fantastic. I don't know if it's true, but like the picture that they used was hilarious.
Percy, that was
Like,
funny.
there's like a screen at the bottom of the stage that says like blah with like
That's all
the
you
4
need to do.
squares
That's
at the
your
bottom. Like it's just, oh man.
Wasn't it the guys at Patient 67 that made that meme anyway?
And dude, those guys are great.
I've seen so much good
I've been getting
content from
so
them.
many sponsored ads by them.
Dude, like they were in the artists you make like section, and
They're,
that's why I
they're the
found
ones
out
that keep
about them.
screenshotting and sending you guys like, we need to do stuff like this. We need to do
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That like when I was talking about the band, like literally go back to the beginning of the conversation when I was talking about the bands that have gotten popular from doing the crazy ass meme stuff.
Yeah.
Patient 67 was the one I was thinking about, from just being ridiculous and parrying everything and just being those ridiculous humans. I was thinking of a Void, and then that's where we came up with the whole entire. You guys just taking care and just going and getting all these different cameos and having them say all this like random stuff for you guys, just for the fun of it.
Didn't you used to do something with We Butter the Bread with Butter in MySpace?
I used to talk to them on I almost made them a layout once. Everything that they responded was in German. So I had to like translate shit. Like it was
Before
like
Google Translate.
I had a MySpace layout design company. Like so I'd make layouts for like artists and bands for like $100 a pop or whatever. And like I reached out to them and like I had their info on like AIM and like a bunch of other shit. But no, they were great guys and they were definitely down. But I think there was like they didn't know how to use PayPal or something. Like it was like the conversions.
Oh,
Yeah. It was
MySpace era. They didn't really. I don't think they really had that.
No,
there was not a lot to work with.
I don't think there was PayPal back in 2007.
I
There
missed-
was.
I
Or if it
missed
was,
that
it was
MySpace
Because
era.
that's how some
very,
people
like-
paid me. And then
Oh.
my mother would be like, "Wow, how do you have all this money?" And then I'm like, "Because I'm like coding and shit." And I'm
got
like
that
12.
internet money, man.
And like, you know, like, and then after like MySpace changed their shit to like the more uniform boxes everything was in, you had to adapt to that shit. And then you like use that, and then it became less and less unique, and then you couldn't do anything. And then everybody moved to Facebook and migrated, and then
no
Facebook,
control whatsoever.
They used to have this thing called Band Page. There's a tab, and like you could have like your own little layout on it with all your songs and a little player. This is on Facebook. And then people go to your Facebook page, they can listen to your fucking music.
You mean no? That was MySpace.
No, this is Band
No,
Page. for
Facebook had that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Facebook has changed a lot.
And
They,
now you can have like your profile song or something maybe.
yeah.
But like you could literally, there was a music player on Facebook, guys, if you didn't know this. The Great Migration took place in 2012. And 2010, I lied.
Yeah, 2010.
And
I was about to say,
it was like I was on MySpace one day, and like half my friends were all like they weren't online, and I'm like, "Where's everybody at?"
They moved.
And then they're like, "Dude, you haven't made a Facebook yet?" And then I'm like, "You completely took away everything."
Yeah.
I have to use my real name now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And
It's like, how am I gonna make that money back? Selling feet pics? No, I gotta find something else.
you know, and like I'm just like,
OnlyFans
dude.
wasn't out yet.
God no. I mean,
Only
we were
Feet
losing
was.
shit one after another. Like we traded MySpace for Facebook. We lost Stickam. We got Twitch. Like you know, it's just like
It's just the evolution, man.
the migration, and now Facebook owns it all. They have their own Facebook gaming now,
Yeah.
which is their new form of Twitch.
They bought what is it, Oculus?
Yeah, they got
bought
the
the
metaverse.
entire Oculus company, and now they tried to change it to Meta, and that bombed so fucking hard.
It's like I don't know. They try to advertise everything in a different way. They're like, you can ride a fucking bike on your Peloton with your Oculus, and you can be in the real race. And then like you're looking around, you're in the jungles of Africa and shit. It's like on a bicycle though.
real
like,
And then you look at yourself actually doing it, and you look like you're like in the jelly from the Matrix, basically.
it's
Something that.
like Black Mirror, like with 1,000 merits or 10,000.
Yeah.
Oh my
merits.
god, that fucking
That was
episode.
weird.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, some point in time in the
That's-
future,
yeah,
like,
it's-
we're actually gonna have to pay to get rid of the fucking ads, and like,
We already
you close
have
your
to.
eyes or try to
Pretty
fucking
much,
look
yeah.
away
like,
from
if
it.
you
like,
don't want
it's
ads,
gonna
you
start
have
making
to
like
pay.
really loud noises and shit.
I
I
have-
mean, but no, I mean, I'm talking about like you can't fucking look away from it or anything, or even close your eyes. Dude, yeah, you can still close your eyes and you can look away from
You
it.
can't
and put
use
your
the
phone on
internet without
silent.
paying for, you know.
to not have ads.
Yeah.
If I close my eyes, I have to see another damn ad for Raid Shadow Legends. I might.
Oh my
God.
I watch some like ASMR videos sometimes, and like this girl, she has her ads in the beginning, but like she's like, hold on, this is an ad for Raid Shadow.
I don't. Is it that Mike?
And like
Yeah.
it's just like it's like so delicate, and I'm like, I can listen to this. This is fine. And then like she'll just be going on about the game, and I'm like, I might play that. And like it's just, and you didn't come Raid Shadow Legends, and they got like the 4D graphics, you know, they're breaking in your house, and then you download the game and it's like 2-dimensional as shit. It looks like something from like Game Boy 1. It doesn't have a name, but it's the gray one with the 4 AA batteries.
Oh, Game Boy Pocket.
I don't listen to ASMR, but I imagine that you'd probably have your phone volume all the way up, and then you're gonna click on a YouTube video.
Oh
and it
my
just comes
God, no.
blasted in your face. It's like what?
It basically would be like this. Welcome to a new ASMR video. Today we're gonna be, just chilling, having a good time. But no, we're for our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Like if you look in the comment section, someone's like, yo, she could just like yell one time and we're all dead.
It's
I'm
like, it's like
dude,
trying to
so
order
true.
food from McDonald's, and just talking real soft, and then just shouting in their ear.
Today we want to thank our ASMR sponsor, Manscaped.
Yeah, exactly though. It's like today's video is brought to you by
23andYou! Find out who the fuck your ancestors are right now!
I'll say this. I make fun of this by using the Manscaped sponsor, but they are sponsoring the podcast. So
For
whoopsies.
copyright infringement, it's
Don't hurt me.
Yeah, fucking this is no. ASMR is cool though, man. I got anxiety. I struggle with it every day, and like some days I'm trying to go to bed at night and that
Chills
shit's
you
just like
out.
going. I can't like think of anything else, so I just need to hear somebody like talking.
How
Hey,
many
next-
sponsorships did we just get on this interview?
Dude, we got like 50, man.
We
got
got like 50, and next thing you know, you guys are gonna start like the
Cameo,
wait,
Shooter McGavin. He's on our dick right now.
Yeah,
We're not
just-
even getting paid yet, and we're already talking about these guys.
Hey man,
Free publicity for that.
we're gonna manifest all this. We're gonna make.
No,
it
he's gonna
We're
get
speak
Cameo to
into
sponsor
existence.
this podcast now.
And the person that's got to be speaking is gonna be Shooter McGavin. It's gonna come full circle that way.
Yeah, dude, those things do happen, man. Chris Motionless did do that theme song.
We gotta
That's
get
true.
the saxophone player from the Lost Boys.
Oh,
Dude, and he
man.
played at the Vortex, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
He also played it like a goth night. So my friend books like they're not. It's not on this stage.
Nah, man, screw that. Give me trumpets. I want the trumpets going, not the saxophone. Just
The sax
Yeah.
man. He's got like the chains he wears and shit.
ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
I love the saxophone.
Just like George Michael. It's like George Michael.
Wait, is it George Michael?
That's not that. George Michael.
George Michael's the guy that created Careless Whisper, where the sax song comes from.
Yeah. There's this song. That band from Africa covered that song.
Toto?
Seether.
Oh.
They're from Africa.
Is-
Fun fact. Yeah.
Weird.
Got that good old African post grunge, you know?
Oh man, but instead of African post grunge, how about this? Everyone listen to the podcast at this point. I know you probably laughed your ass off throughout all this, but here's what you're gonna do. 1, you're gonna go listen to Darkmode right now. 2, you're gonna go and check out all those playlists. And 3, you're gonna end up sending these guys some money so that they can get their Shooter McGavin cameo.
Yes!
Entire train.
You can do that by going to workthewaymusic.com and buying merch.
Yes.
Exactly. That's how you can do it.
Sure,
So
by
as
the way.
So you get something out of it too.
If
Yes.
you're feeling super sexy, you can go to our Spotify and you can actually send us money directly to Cash App.
there we go.
Yeah. $1. If everybody that watches this sends us $1, we can get the Shooter McGavin cameo.
The OnlyFans is still in the works, so
Yeah. We're gonna be, it's gonna be called
Hasn't been
Only
released yet.
Bros.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only bros.
We're still
Only
editing
bros.
the videos.
Well,
We're
guys, as we
high-fiving at the same time, you know.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, as we bring this podcast to conclusion, I'm pretty sure you just took care of the first part. I was going to ask you to say what you want, anything you want to say, plug, we're going to plug, promote, you're going to promote, but you guys pretty much did it right there. So, for everything that was there, All the links are in the description of the podcast, where you can find Worth the Wait online, where you can check out those playlists, where you can listen to Darkmode, where you can get some merch from Worth the Wait so you can support them and make sure that they get that Shooter McGavin cameo because, well, they're going to, this band can become the cameo band as the band that every time they get something coming out and promote it, boom, cameo
Band's
right
got
then
their
and there.
thing. Ours is going to be Cameo.
Cameo.
Shooter McGavin, Ric Flair, let's make it happen, everybody. And
Yeah,
guys,
Shooter McGavin, Ric Flair drip. Go woo on a bitch.
And guys, remember the last time you were on the podcast, I made a promise to you that said, when I see you perform live for the first time, that first round was on me. Well, this is the second time I've had you on the podcast. I still have not seen you perform live yet.
No, you haven't, but
No.
you haven't missed it either.
But I haven't missed it either. So it is
Right.
not first round on me anymore, gentlemen. No.
Fuck.
We got you.
First round
This
on
man's on the
Dakota?
guest list.
First
Okay.
two.
Yeah.
First two.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Yeah.
can do that.
We thirsty as fuck.
Yeah. Like we can.
Or I'll just buy that 99 pack of PBR and just bring it over.
Yeah.
We can party.
Why don't they make it 100?
It's
I
for the
saw
99.
some
99
dude actually had
99
that
bottles of
strapped
beer on
onto
the
the
wall.
99.
back rail of his motorcycle, the 99 pack.
Oh wait, is it
Big,
like
tall.
stacked like that?
Yeah,
Is it
dude.
like a
Yeah,
two?
it's stacked. It's pretty long.
Oh my god, that's
Fuck
fantastic.
yeah.
Wait, so it's like that kid from Andy's birthday party, and like he's like, oh, that doesn't look. Oh my god, he turns sideways. That shit's like, you know,
Yep,
you know what I'm talking about. He's like,
Exactly.
who invited that kid? You know,
Exactly. It'll be like, who invited that kid? All of a sudden, it's going to be mute. The beer going to be like,
Yeah, you're gonna be walking straight and you won't see it. You're gonna be like that guy that stole the TV, and like you couldn't tell he was stealing the TV until he turned sideways and then ran with it. And this motherfucker like a 55-inch, and
Yeah.
he's just walking like this with all the cameras.
Yes,
And then,
I'm
don't see him doing it.
gonna walk
And
into
then
that show. It's gonna be like,
inside that bitch is just like right the fuck there.
I'm gonna walk into that show. It's gonna be like, oh, Kevin's here. You didn't bring the beer. I'm gonna turn around to the side, and all of a sudden, you're just gonna hear.
It's gonna be like Periscope, man.
You're gonna have to have like a maternity shirt to stretch it all the way over it.
No outside
No, actually,
beverages.
get the
branding.
hemmed worth the wait tee. Okay, we got the hemmed long tee on our merch store, worththewaitmusic.com. You can get that. That bitch is long.
It looks great.
It's a good shirt. It's quality material made here in America. Okay, get that shit.
Wear it as a dress.
You can wear it as a dress. Maybe I'll wear it as a dress. As
Buy a
fishnet.
3XL. I think
Who
it even
knows?
comes in a 5XL.
Yeah, buy the 5XL. Go up on stage with it and start doing ASMR videos.
Yeah, yeah. I probably
Shooter
will.
McGavin
Like,
cameo.
Yeah.
Shit'll happen.
Shooter McGavin cameo.
Absolutely. And gentlemen, as we bring this podcast to conclusion, can this be goodbye? Fuck no, it can't be goodbye. You guys know what it is. I'll see you guys
See you
later.
until next time.
Well, folks, that was my interview with the guys from Worth the Wait. Once again, their new song, Darkmode, is available now for you guys to go and check out. You can also check them out online, anywhere online, social media-wise, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll have all the links for you guys there. Check them out on Spotify. Each band member has their own playlist where you can check out their own kind of music and what they all like, what inspires them, what influences them. Links will be in the description of the podcast as well. And go buy some merch from these guys so they can start up on that cameo and get a nice Shooter McGavin cameo. Shooter out. 9th green at 9, secret of the pros, if you ask me. Also, be sure to make sure you follow along with the Chord Progression Podcast. We are on social media with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for your viewing pleasure. We're also on YouTube where you can watch these episodes, or you can listen on Spotify, Podcast, or Amazon, or many other places that you might find podcasts, because I know Britain Media, make sure that, audio stream-wise, they do good work, man. They help us out a ton, so thank you, Britain Media. If you are subscribed to the podcast already, or if you're subscribing now, thank you, because it's my favorite thing to do. I love doing this stuff. Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. If you're not subscribed, and you're like, I like this episode, but I don't want to subscribe now, can you please reconsider? If not, thank you for stopping by. You are always welcome back to the Chord Progression Podcast, so thank you once again. Remember to thank our sponsors. First off, Manscaped, 20% and free shipping. Use code CPP at checkout. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Julie Purnell, a.k.a. the Heavy Metal Joker, for that badass We Came as Romans dark bloom, nice backdrop right there. Is that going to be on every podcast going forward to cover that up? Oh, yeah. It is. So on that note, again, thank you guys. Worth the wait. It's fantastic having you on. Let's make that happen with the cameos. Ooh, yeah. On that note, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching to the Chord Progression Podcast. My name is Kevin, and you guys know everything I want this episode. The big, healthy, and hearty. See ya! Yeah!